then turn left.
All right. Welcome in, everybody. Jerry Stack and Deb, BPD Hustler, the two that we're going for today. Yep. Welcome in, guys. This is the challenge of the century right here.
Drive west.
The winner of this battle will definitely complete the Elite Eight. The loser will be out.
Turn left.
Okay. The only exception to that would be is both teams end up tying each other or another team. That would be the only way it would continue.
Main Street. Stay
Okay.
on 3. Then, in 300 feet, turn right.
Okay, Illinois is going first. It took them a half hour for them to get their first order, but it was a shop and deliver at Dollar General for $6. So, all right. So they're going first. Okay.
Turn right onto North Park Boulevard.
And this order here is not taking very long. All right, here we go. Yeah. Congratulations to you, by the way, PBT Hustler. It was a pleasure getting that for you and doing it live. Yeah, 'cause we always like to do it that way. Do it live. Okay. I'm going to turn it around so you guys can see where we're going. All right. Oh, gosh, I remember that street here from Shelbyville, but we got it here. Okay. All right, where are we going here? So we're only a minute away. We're close to the school. Well, you're welcome. Yeah. Whoever it is, I've done it. I've got 5 to 1,000, and I think I got 5, including you, to 500. So, yeah, it's a pleasure to do it. I mean, it's so much fun to do it the Bill O'Reilly way. It just is. Yeah. When you see it live and it happens.
Bear left onto North Harrison Street.
Okay, so we're going on the opposite side of the school here. Okay. So the house should not be that far.
900 feet, 1035 North Harrison Street, Rushville, Indiana 46173. USA will be on the right.
And you know what that does to you also? It broadens your channel, which means more will be watching your channel now that you've hit the 500. So now it just goes up from here. Ask Mama Gigs that. I got her to 500 and she hasn't looked back.
Street, Rushville, Indiana
I mean, she has not looked back.
Right.
Okay, so, yep, it's right here. Okay. Residential parking only. Well, that should count for deliveries, too. So, yeah, I wouldn't say that. All right. I'll go drop this off, guys. I'll be right back and get Illinois started. Hey, Salty, welcome in. I'm going to move this over a little bit because that looks a little bit off. There we go. That's a little better. All right. All right, Illinois starts with the 6th spot. So there we go. And guys, you know, the two that I have on the thumbnail, Nick Anderson for Illinois and Jay Edwards for for Indiana. Those two players right there were two of the greatest players of 1989, and they pretty much defined the season of 1989. Yeah. It was those two that determined who was going to go where. And that's why they both deserve so much respect, and both of them are on the thumbnail. So Nick and Jay, if either of you are watching this, you deserve the respect. You guys were fantastic, and I wish you guys could do it all again, but we're doing it again this way, dashing style. Yeah, this is for bragging rights. Which one of you is going to take it? Yeah. And this is also for Terry's doing her thing. She picked Indiana, and for Each Day with Dean, he picked Illinois. So, there's that on the line as well. Yeah. Okay. All right. Is Bad Bunny going to show it out? All right, guys. Well, appreciate you all joining here. This is, this is for all the marbles right here. Oh, we got some good fans over there. Well, can Kentucky be in this thing later on? Maybe. We'll see how they do in the tournament. Oh, we've got another here. Another 6 spot. Okay, it's not supposed to bring on that one. Another 6 spot for Illinois at McDonald's, and for only 0.8 miles. So let's go to McDonald's. Here, let's just go this way, and maybe we can get to McDonald's that way.
North Main Street.
Yeah, we'll just do it this way.
Continue for a half mile.
Yeah. It might get me there a lot better and a lot faster. That's kind of the reason why I took this way. All right, so that's a pair of 6s so far for Illinois. Oh, let's go down here and take the light. Yeah, it's even better. Yeah, welcome Ma, welcome Kaylee, welcome all of you that are on here.
In 300 feet, turn left onto North
The
Main
biggest tiebreaker of the dashing season right here. Yeah, it's the rematch of the century. This determines the Elite Eight right here. Whoever wins is in the Elite Eight. Whoever loses is out, and the Elite Eight is set. It's all about seeding then.
Turn right.
But if for some reason both of these teams today tie other teams, whether each other or they tie other teams, then the season continues, and we will still have to figure out who's going to be in and who's going to be out. So let's just see what happens here. I've been waiting for this day. Super Bowl Sunday. You don't know what's going to happen. Already got 2 orders. So $12. So that would be that would get them to 185. That'd be one short of Ohio State. So
Turn right, then turn left.
all right, McDonald's. Okay. Been waiting for this.
Drive north on North Main Street, State Route 3. Then, in a quarter mile, turn left onto North Flat Rock River Drive.
Why would I do that? I'm at McDonald's right now. You just don't know that I am. Okay. Here's my Big Bubba getting released. Okay. All right. Okay, let's go pick this up. I'll be right back. All right. Well, now this one accepts the fact that you don't put cold with hot. I like that. Okay. Confirm it. All right. Here's Colleen. All right, guys, welcome in. Yeah. Colleen, yeah. All right. Boondoan. Yeah, welcome, guys. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm taking this to Domino's. Okay. So the Domino's, they want McDonald's. All right. Okay. It's not too far from here. Okay. They decided they didn't want pizza tonight. They wanted McDonald's, even though they're working at Domino's. Well, whatever they want to do, that's okay. Just go right across the street there. Yeah. You're turning the corner a little fast there, I would say. Yeah, that's what Shelbyville drivers do. Oh, well, here we go. I'm just going to pull right up there by the front door and just hand it to them. All right. Be right back. It was 2 orders for 12. Guess what, guys? Illinois got double. They're at 18. Okay. It could be that kind of night. It could be that kind of night. 18 plus 173 and 191 right now, so they're one short of Iowa. Which means they're 4 short of Purdue. Could we have an Illinois-Purdue tie? Could happen. I mean, of course you want more than that, but at the same time, that kind of, see, what other dash did that? That was the double like that. I think it was Minnesota. I think it was Minnesota that started that way. Yeah, there's Dean. Yep, Dean's, yeah, it's his team. Yeah, he wants his team to go. Hey, Angel. So I don't have a favorite mod. Everybody's we're all one. That's the way I look at it. Yeah, we're all one. There's no favorites here. Yeah. We don't do favorites, or at least I don't. Okay, we're just going to park over here by Dairy Queen here for a few minutes and see if we get anything here, because this is where I've parked and got orders. So, okay. But that exactly happened the other day. It was, I think it was the Minnesota dash, if I'm not mistaken, where it was 2 6s. And then you ended up getting 12 instead of 6. So, that McDonald's, he, even though I think he gave me more because he knows he's going to make a whole bunch tonight. So, I think it was a driver. Yeah. Because he looked like a driver that had one of the, that wears those that, and he was standing over by where the pizza bags are. So he probably gave me double because he's probably going to make like double or triple tonight because of what tonight is. So, see, that's the question, though. I mean, is this, does that mean that Indiana's going to have the advantage? I don't know. I don't know about that. because there's still plenty of time on the clock. I mean, between now and 6 o'clock, the last couple days I've been here, I have got orders. So, but of course, this is Sunday. It could be different. Who knows here? Who knows how this is going to turn out? Yeah. What's Illinois need? Oh, well, they need to at least win or tie. So let's see. To tie, they would need to say they can't get one, so that Iowa's out there. They need 4 to tie Purdue, and then Penn State has 206, so they would need 15 to tie Penn State, or they take the lead. But you got to remember what Indiana has to do. Because even if Illinois takes the lead, Indiana would have to pass Illinois, or they would have to tie another team to make Illinois go out. So, yeah, that's the way it has to be. So, yeah. But this is between you and Terry, Dean. That's what it is. Terry's got Indiana. Terry's just doing her thing. She picked Indiana. So it's actually you and her, battling each other in this one. So like I said, I've been waiting for this. I really have. I've been waiting for this day. I've been wanting to see what happens. And, so far, I've made in, they got their first order just a little bit before 4:30. They made $18 in about a half hour. So, yeah, even though it may seem like it's a little slow now, it could pick up after 5, and who knows what we might get. There's pizza places. Yeah, there's, Domino's. I do have Uber on, so, we'll see what happens. I got one Uber last night. I think with the way tonight is, I think Uber's going to play a role. And who is it going to benefit the most? We got to find that out. But yeah, the main thing that I was really pleased with today, I know the other two, Mom Dog and Dirty Stack and Deb, they got a big hill to climb. Doesn't mean that they can't do it, because Sally had a big hill to climb to get to 1,000, and we still got her there. So in a short amount of time. But the main thing is, we did get BPD Hustler there. We did do it live, so that was a definite drawing tonight for that. So there is a definite $25 drawing tonight. Everyone, because it's a special drawing, everyone goes in the bag. So if they've already won once, you have a chance to win again. So if you've already won once, you can win again. So okay, so what I probably should do is get this back to 100 status while we're waiting for orders here. I'm not going to sit here for all day, though, because I'm not going to do that. I sat here for a few minutes when I started here at 4. That's why I didn't start the live right away. It was because I was waiting on an order, and I don't want to start a live just sitting around waiting for nothing. I start a live moving. That's the way I do it. That's why I don't really schedule lives anymore. It's because I want to make sure that when I go live, I have an order with me to get it started. Because, when you start a live, you need to be moving, not sitting. At least that's the way I look at it. Some others might think differently, but that's how I look at it. So when you start a live, you need to be moving. You need to have an order with you, and that's how you start it. Okay, well, let's see, 18. So right now that's that's going to put them on an hour and 7 minutes. So, but remember, you just don't want to have orders that's going to take you everywhere, because that's what happened to Northwestern yesterday. Even though we started at 2 o'clock yesterday with with Northwestern going first, it was an adventure. The whole night was an adventure. So I just wondered if it's going to be an adventure tonight. It may seem like Indiana has the advantage, so it really could Illinois could really hope to do at this point. It was at least, if nothing else, if they had a chance to tie Penn State for the lead, then that pretty much almost would sum it up. But of course, Indiana can tie a team too, so you just never know. You just never know. That's the beauty of this. You don't know. And I know that I am not going to sit around here forever and wait for orders. I mean, this is where I've sat the last couple of days and got orders. So, now possibility also I got to keep in mind too, there's a lot more dashers out tonight because it is Super Bowl Sunday. There's going to be more dashers than there usually would be because everybody wants orders tonight. That's why I got the message that said, if you're going to dash, if you want to dash on Super Bowl Sunday, you better get scheduled. And that's exactly what I did. So who knows how, so that could also play a role. So, we don't know how this is going to turn out. I haven't dashed in Rushville on a Super Bowl Sunday, so I don't know. Usually I dash in Franklin. But because we're in the playoffs, we have to dash here and not in Franklin. So, I mean, I dashed in Franklin earlier today because I kind of wanted to break the ice to see what it was like to, to dash in Franklin after the snow. And, it was a little bit of a challenge, but at the same time, it was the Meijer shopping orders, and that one Kroger shopping order that kind of gave me, a couple of fits. And because, it affects your shopping rate, and that I hate. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, because where I moved before, I moved over towards McDonald's. That's where I got that Dollar General from because I was closer to there. So I might have to do that here. So we're just going to go ahead and move. And I'll do the same thing like I did then. Maybe I'll get, a shopping order because there are people that are wanting shop stuff tonight because of the game. So you just never know. That's why the grocery stores were packed today. That's the reason why I had other orders, was because of that. So, we do not know what to expect here. So, I've never dashed here on a Super Bowl Sunday, so I have no idea. I've never even dashed on a Sunday, let alone Super Bowl Sunday. So, I have no idea what to expect. All right. We'll sit over there by McDonald's. Okay. That's where I got the Dollar General. And plus the places that Uber has their icons on is around over here too. Because Uber has Pizza Hut as an icon. They also have Hardee's down the street as an icon. Rarely do you ever get a Hardee's order at night. Even when I was dashing in Edinburgh, you never really got a Hardee's order at night. Maybe once in a little while you would, but rarely. So we'll sit here. Yeah, now I can sit over here because I don't have to sit in that curb spot. Yeah, right here will be just fine. So if you have a Dollar General or a Save-A-Lot, I'm right here. So, seems like shopping orders have been on the course today for me. Why would this dash be any different? Yeah. So DoorDash, Uber, I got shop and deliver for Uber too. Guys, right here. Tractor Supply, Save-A-Lot, Dollar General, right here. This is the time. Illinois Illinois needs the assistance right now. I mean, they're starting with an 18 spot, but still. Yeah, an hour to go. I mean, a lot can happen in an hour, especially in a town like this. In 1 hour, you can get 4 orders. If all the houses are close enough. And I've known that. I mean, those orders that I had already, they were both close by. So that's one of the reasons why it's good to dash here. I mean, money-wise, I made some good money the last couple of days, but now we're here on Sunday. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But I was extremely proud today. Earned a 7 ticket, bro. Why my order taking so long? I don't think I've received your order. Yeah, I haven't received your order. Yeah. I mean, if you had an order, you must have someone else probably has it. But yeah, yeah, Ma took care of that. Thank you, Ma. I mean, he wasn't, I mean, sure, he was, kind of being silly, but yeah, you don't want to, get out of hand. You know. I mean, at least he wasn't like some of those that were on my earlier live, like Tapatio and Scary Larry that were, critiquing and saying, that goes with, they were, saying that to me. They're technically saying it to Dean and all the others that, that dash like me. They're saying, well, you're not allowed to they said you're not allowed to live stream and, and talk. Yeah. 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 I told them, I said, it's like this. It's, if you have your phone hooked up, on a device that, that holds your phone and you're not holding it, then it's within the law that says that you can't, as long as you can just dart your eyes over and look at the road at the same time. You could have your left eye on the road and your right eye on the phone. You do, there are those that can do that. Yeah. Because especially I do that, especially when I'm in Shelbyville with the way they drive there. Yeah. I mean, I've noticed a little bit of, recently I've noticed a little bit of recklessness here, but not as much as there. So, and I think maybe it was that way because, it was, sectionals, when it's sectionals time, they can't get a little overexcited and want to do things they don't want to. See, walking cane as a plunger is likely to result in effective clearing the clog. Let's see. All right. Well, Joe, that's something that we don't like to talk about on the live stream here. Okay, this is about basically food and grocery delivery, not stuff like that. So I'm sorry, I'm going to have to remove you from there. So appreciate you joining, Joe, but that's something that we don't really want to discuss on this channel. Joe's a bot. Yeah. I figured that. I still removed him anyway. I thought that was, I wonder what I thought that was. See my, that was Uber, but they said see my promotions. If I get $24 if I have 2 trips tonight. Okay, well, I don't see any utensils on there yet, so it may not be right now. But if I don't get anything here, I probably will just drive around the other side of town just to see if there is a Hardee's or a Kroger. I forgot about that. If I'm not close to a Kroger, I might get a Kroger order too. So, yeah, I just might do that. Yeah, because I don't want to sit all in one spot. We need orders. Sitting isn't going to get it done. We need orders. We really do. Sitting isn't going to get it done. All right. Big 26. Yeah, the snow is, it's terrible, but it will start melting this week though. At least here it's supposed to. I mean, it's 28 right now, but starting tomorrow, for the next couple of days, anyway, like the next 2 or 3 days, it's supposed to be in the 40s. And when it's in the 40s, then, the big meltdown starts. So that's what we're looking for right now. Get rid of some of this snow, get rid of some of this stuff that's on the street so it's easier to drive on. And then I'm not driving on country roads to where you meet another car and then part of your car ends up in the snow because you wanting them to pass you. You see, from the Russian Far East. No, I'm not from there. I'm from, I'm basically from the Chicago area. That's where I was born from. Yeah, my dad, on my dad's side, they were his parents. They were from Sicily. They came here to Sicily back in the early 1900s, and then they had him, and they lived there ever since. And my grandmother stayed in Chicago for years. So that's where I learned. Chicago must be a place to Alaska or something. No, Chicago is in Illinois, which is what we're doing right now is the Illinois Dash. So, yeah. Chicago's in Illinois. Yeah, 18 years. Yeah, you must be 18 years or older. Exactly. Yeah. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. Yep. Cubby Drew. Yep. Chicago in New York. No, Chicago's in Illinois. We're doing the Illinois Dash right now. Chicago's at the very top of Illinois. And just north of that is the other school that got eliminated last night, which is Northwestern. Yeah. So, but yeah, the similarities with that in New York is, of course, very big towns. Busy towns. And yeah, been to Chicago many times. Of course, my grandmother lived there, so. But I've never been to New York yet. I have yet to go to New York. Yeah, Chicago is in Michigan. Now, Chicago's in Illinois. You're close to Michigan, but not in it. Yeah. Toto boy, the Chicago you're talking must be in Canada. No, the Chicago I'm talking about is in Illinois. Illinois, the state. Illinois. You go north of Illinois, you're in Wisconsin. You're not in Canada yet. So, all right, I'm driving by here. Uber said Uber has utensils over by Hardee's, and I'm just driving down here to see if I might get a Kroger order. So, or CVS. I'm just going to stay here for a minute, and then I'm going to, and if I don't see anything, then I'll drive back. But I just find, of course, with it being tonight as it is, we don't know. So, but last few days did really well here. But it is early yet, and an 18 spot is good, but, we need more than that. Need more than that. Yeah, appreciate it, Maud. Like and share the live. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, plus I'd be down here by Casey's. Casey's will be busy too. So, you never know. You never heard of Illinois? Illinois is right next to Indiana, where I am. Illinois is west of Indiana. So I'm going to drive up here by Casey's, and then I'm going to turn around and head back the other way. That's one of the reasons why I came here, just in case they see it. Super Bowl, after Super Bowl, then spring training baseball. Yep, when everybody's ready for baseball season. Yeah. Get rid of the snow, get ready for spring, and then baseball starts. Yep, that'd be good. Yeah. But we also got to finish the college basketball season too. That that doesn't happen until March. Hey, Duke City, welcome in. Yeah, don't see you that much very often, but I certainly appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, it's real nice. Yeah, we're having some fun tonight. Yeah, this is the match right here. I mean, so far I only got $18. Only had 2 orders, but $18 within the first hour. So, I mean, I'm at my average, even here in Rushville, but haven't had an order for the last 15 plus minutes. So, hopefully we'll just pull in here and turn it on. Maybe that'll change. So, we'll see. I just drove down here just to be on the road. So, at least can be on the radar. So, we'll just do the, right now, since it's after 5, we'll just do the NATO Nation trick. Yeah. If you don't know NATO Nation, Tornado Garden got monetized, and his And his membership name is NATO Nation. So that's how you got that. Not bad. Nobody's trying to fix that for you. Yeah, well, I think it's just the beginning. The game doesn't start till 6. So hopefully, everybody's gearing up and getting ready. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I started at 4. So, but I would imagine, they're doing all the pregame stuff right now. So I imagine everyone's going to get ready to start ordering. So that's why I'm going to turn this, get off the pause here after I get done here, so that maybe that'll change. So we shall see. Like I said, I've never dashed here on a Sunday, let alone Super Bowl Sunday. So all right. Yep, it will pick. Oh, I know it will. But Dean wants it to pick up for Illinois. That's what he wants. He wants it to pick up for Illinois. Can't blame him. All he needs is $4 to tie Purdue. Yeah, you got snow and it's 65 here. Yeah. Well, the snow is supposed to... Oh, there we go. Another 6. Another 6. Okay, so that's 3 6s there. This is exactly what happened to... This is exactly how... Minnesota started.
North Main Street.
3 6s. But of course, the 1 6 is exactly the same way. They had 3 6s, but 1 6 turned into a 12. That's exactly what happened to them. Exact same thing. It's Pizza Hut, though. So they better say that my pizza bag is approved. They better say that, because if I'm going to be there a lot tonight, I better know. You're not going to tell me that it's not approved. I guarantee you that. So that would be 24.
In a half mile, 1420 North Main Street, Rushville, Indiana.
So that'd be 197. They would need 9 to tie the leaders. Yeah. And also another thing too, if Illinois wins tonight, then Team Little Tiny is going to win the cat tournament, because most of Team Little Tiny's teams are in the Elite 8, so that's why she would win the cat tournament. But if Indiana wins, then Tiger still has a chance. Hey Daniel, welcome in. Big night for you. Yeah, big night for you. Yeah. I know your eyes are going to be glued to that game tonight, just like a lot of others. Can't blame them. It's a big game. All right, here we are at Pizza Hut. All right, I'll be right back. "36 inches of snow." Wow, that's too much, Ma. Too much. I still had time to spare as far as pickup time is concerned. That's a good one going. I said, you're getting Pizza Hut right now. I said, I'm sure there's a lot of people. Yeah. Yeah. Man, I miss the old pizza wings. Yeah. Yeah, the old Pizza Hut back in the 80s and 70s. Yeah, I kind of missed that too. Ooh, okay. So how far down are we here? Hand it to him. Okay. That looks like a dasher going to pick up an order. I imagine this place is going to be packed tonight. Game starts in about 45 minutes. Usually the kickoff time is about 7 after 6 every year. I'm going to make sure that he's not backing up. Okay, that he sees me. Okay. All right, where are we going here?
Drive south. Then turn right onto Conrad Harcourt Way. Turn right onto North Main Street, State Route 3.
Okay. And this is only just down the street. You know, these are the types of things people can be walking to getting there.
In a half mile, 1821 North Street, Rushville, Indiana 46173. USA will be on the left.
Is this one of the businesses or something? Could be. Let me use the money. Yeah. It sure could. There's still plenty of time, Dean. Still plenty of time. Wonder what he's looking for.
1821 North Main Street, Rushville, Indiana 46173. USA is on the left.
Is it Dairy Queen or is it Speedway? Okay, which one is it? All right, I gotta find it. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it might be down here. Let me see. Thinking it might be. Let me see. No, that's a different street name. Yeah, that's a different. Well, maybe not. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, this is a different street. Oh,
Drive east. Then, in 400 feet, turn left onto North Main Street. Drive west. Then, in 900 feet, turn right onto West Foster Heights Road.
this is the address right here. That's this. I'm wondering. See, that's the address right there. Yeah, it's right here. That's the yeah. I'm in the right spot. The GPS is wrong. Yeah. Yeah, this is the address right here. It's not Main Street. It's Flat Rock Road. Yeah, because I recognize it here. Yeah. Yep, that's the oh boy. It's not a Speedway employee. It's this place here. The GPS is wrong. Sorry, sorry, Dean. That's gonna be a T. I'm going right up here to Dairy Queen. Okay. So, this is another $6 order. Now, Dean, listen to this.
Turn left.
They gave me an extra $3 there for that. When I complete this, if there's no other order that comes in, Illinois is going to be tied for the lead with Penn State. That's after completing this next order. Okay, let me get to, I still have to issue that T though for the wrong, for the wrong address, for the wrong pin placement. So, because I had to go through all those steps and say, you're nowhere near the customer. Yes, I am. I am where the customer is because the pin is wrong. That's not my problem. Yeah.
Turn left.
Yeah. With the premature GPS pin.
Rushville, Indiana 46173-9343. United States will be on the left.
Okay, just want to make sure that they're all right. But I'm pretty sure I'm not going to have to go out there. This is 2 miles from where I'm picking this one up here. So
1821
okay.
Main Street, Rushville, Indiana 46173-9343. United States is on the left.
Okay, so I've arrived here. Okay, ooh, I know that. Let's see. Know the name, but I still have to do this though. Wrong pin, because I've done it with everyone else, so this isn't any different. So, all right. All right. Yeah, let me get that off there. Come on now. All right.
Technical foul call. I think it's on Tim Duncan sitting on the bench. Somebody on the bench for the Spurs. Yep, it's Duncan, who is unhappy with the lack of a call forward.
Okay, I wouldn't worry too much about that though. So because you still get your low amount of time. So we're here at Dairy Queen. So let's go ahead and pick it up. I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah, just a few small things. Okay, continue. All right, here we go. Okay, for a tie of the lead. Okay. All right. Okay, it's an apartment complex. Okay, I gotta wait for everybody to move out first before I can go. All right, it's an apartment complex. Okay. So let's find out where it goes. Still pretty cold here, so even though that's a cold thing, it's not gonna get it. I kind of keep it pretty cool in the car, so it's not gonna melt anytime soon or anything. Even if I put it in the bag, it'll still be okay. Okay, where are we going?
Drive east, then turn right onto North Main Street.
Okay. All right. See, that's the beauty about this place, though, is the fact that all these orders are close.
Turn left onto East 11th Street.
Left? Oh, okay. Yeah, 11th Street's a pretty popular street for deliveries. At least I've noticed that. I think every time I've been here except two, I've been on 11th Street at least once. Either delivering on the street or off of it. Why a lot of $6 orders? I don't know, Dean. I have no idea. This is the same thing that happened on the Minnesota Dash. Same exact thing. Yeah. That's how Minnesota started. I think they had 4 when they started too, and one of them was turned into a 12. Yeah. Same exact thing. Yeah, they're close. Well, that's the beauty of this. All this, that's the beauty of being here. All these orders are close. There's not a whole lot of driving. You save gas.
Turn left onto East 11th Street.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you deliver all these orders. I mean, even though they may not be a lot, you save gas here. I mean, if you live here, you save gas. That's for certain. That's if you live here. Okay. I mean, I have to drive a long way to get here, but if I did, live here and I dashed every single day, you'd save so much money in gas. Would you get a whole lot of orders? Maybe, maybe not.
For a half mile.
Yeah. This is what I'm waiting to do, is all that snow to melt there so that you got room to move around. That's what I hate about all this snow being here, is that you got to wait for the next person, because when it's all clear, then you both got room to get around. But when there's snow around, you don't. That's the rough part of it. Wait, is this that place the other day?
In a quarter mile, turn left onto North Benjamin Street.
Okay. Oh, I think, if you go down further, I think, you're in the place where...
North Benjamin Street. Then 1102 North Benjamin Street, Rushville, Indiana 46173. USA will be on the right.
Yeah, if you go on further down, that's where Oregon tied Rutgers.
Indiana 46173. USA is on the right.
Okay, it's right down. I've never been in here before, but it's right straight ahead. Okay. I don't want to have to back up here. I'm just going to pull up right here. So they're just going to have to wait. Okay. All right. Be right back. They gave extra, so Dean, guess what? This is temporary, but look, Dean, we have a new leader. Illinois leads now with 2:08. So Illinois now has the lead at 2:08. Okay. But yeah, Indiana still has to go yet, and you still have 20 minutes left. Yeah, you still got 20 minutes to go, but Illinois is now the new leader at 2:08. Looks like Nick Anderson's doing it again. Yeah. All these extra tips, everybody paying a little more than what they say they're paying, it makes the difference. You get more $6 orders. Oh. I don't know if the $6 thing is good or bad. Okay. Because for Minnesota, it really wasn't all that great. I mean, all they made the whole day was $141. So I mean, it really didn't benefit them that much. I mean, it was a fun season finale though. So, Indy, if you're lurking, we've got a new leader. We have Illinois now in the lead with 2:08. Yeah. But we still have Indiana to go yet, though. So, Indiana still has to go. But not only was Nick Anderson known for last-second shots, I would say in 1989, the king of last-second shots was Jay Edwards. And Dick Vitale would be the one to agree with me on that. Because he said all that whole entire year of 1989, he said Jay Edwards should have been the Big Ten Player of the Year. Because he certainly played that way. And that's why I say, I mean, Nick Anderson, I mean, he was awesome too. I mean, his play was just as well. And, it was his three-pointer that changed the complexity of their whole season. They would have not gotten the number 1 seed in the tournament, in the big dance tournament, had he not hit that shot. That turned their whole season around. All right, we'll sit up here, see if we get more. Let's see, now remember, even if Illinois was to get another order, if they go past 6 o'clock, Indiana will also get credit for that order. So that's what happened with Penn State last night. Well, it also happened with Maryland too. They went over, and then the next team also gets credit for that order. Yeah, we have 4 orders today. 4 orders and $35. That's really awesome. Yep. And a new leader. You can wait in your driveway for orders if you live there. I say, well, but the one thing in Shelbyville, I mean, I can, I can be inside my house and, because, I mean, there's stores, not too far from where I am. I mean, I can sit inside my house and get orders. So, yeah, I can even get Uber orders sitting inside my house. So, yeah, I've had that happen before. There's times I just, especially when when I was getting ready to go out, I mean, if I decided, I had to take care of the cats or something, or I had something I had to do, I would just turn it on and then wait for an order to come by instead of getting in the car and sitting waiting for a parking lot. I'll just, just turn it on, take care of what I need to take care of, and then I'm able to go there. And, then I get an order, I, zoom out, and I'm at wherever it is the order is. So. Yep, so Indy, if you're lurking, we got a new leader at 2:08 with 14 minutes to go. Still nothing from Uber yet, but I got the Uber I got last night, I think was around 7 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. Because it was dark when I got it. But whatever it is that Illinois finishes with, Indiana would have to beat it. And if Indiana beats it without a tie, then Illinois is out. But if Indiana does not, doesn't come close, or they don't tie, then Indiana's out. So, yeah. Whoever wins this, the Elite Eight is set. We still got to do Rutgers and Oregon for seeding. Because whoever wins that battle on Wednesday, whoever loses that one is the number 8 seed automatically. So, it's all about the seeding for when the Elite Eight takes place. We should start the Elite Eight Thursday next week. And remember, the Elite Eight is Greensburg and Shelbyville. Greensburg and Shelbyville. That's what the Elite Eight will be there. The first two dashes will be in Greensburg, and then the night dash to 2 hours will be in Shelbyville. That's what the Elite Eight will be starting next week. We got to wait to see what happens between Oregon and Rutgers. So we got to find out. The loser of that one is automatically the number 8 seed. So. All right, come on. The game is going to start here pretty soon. I know there's going to be people that are going to be ordering. Let's go here. I know there's a lot of dashers out here. I've seen a couple of them already. Anything on Uber yet? Well, they still have the utensils down at Hardee's, so that's it. Indiana can tie Illinois? Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Hey, if Rutgers and Oregon can do it, why can't Indiana do it? Let Jay Edwards say, touche, Nick. I did it to you. You did it to us. I did it to you. Could be that. Yeah. Anything can happen. If Rutgers and Oregon can do it, Indiana can too. All they would need is $35. And that's not a bad night on us that's not a bad night for a few hours in Rushville, $70. Yeah, I made over 90 last night here. Starting at 2, in 6 hours, yeah, I made $90. I'd made $15 an hour, here yesterday. Even with a lot of lost time driving to, 15, 20, a lot of lost time driving to some towns you never even heard of. I mean, the Northwestern trip to Laurel, that was rough. That was a lot of lost time. And then Maryland went to Arlington. Yeah, that was some lost time. So, yeah. And then, not to mention, Northwestern also went to Glenwood. And that, too, was lost time. So, yeah. So, yeah, Glenwood first, then Laurel, and then, and then Arlington. So, yeah, those three. So, who knows? But even during the game, if Indiana doesn't get a whole lot of points, all they got to do is tie those other teams. And if they do, then what Illinois did, it doesn't matter. That's what happened with Northwestern. Northwestern had the lead. Yeah. But Penn State, Penn State, said, hey, just because you have the lead, they dominated with that Uber. It was that Uber that put Penn State over the top, and Northwestern was done. So, no, in the Big Ten, and it's been proven over the years, no lead is safe. It doesn't matter what court you're on. If a 10-1 team is on a 1-10 team's home court, that 10-1 team is not guaranteed to win. Not in the Big Ten. And that's been proven over the years. Jose. Hey, Dirty Second Deb is back. All right. Let's see. I think you gained a few tonight, Deb. I think you have. Because I think the last I checked, I think you gained like 2 or 3. But I mean, even though, regardless of what happens, we are going to have a $25 drawing tonight with BPD Hustler getting 500 and doing it live. So we will definitely have a drawing for $25. I was hoping it'd be 75. I was hoping we'd get Mom Dog there and Dirty Second Deb there too during the doing the triple. I mean, that would have been nice doing the triple. You're 423. Okay, so you're basically the same as you were. Yeah. I thought you gained a couple though, but no, that's where you started. So you've basically stayed there. Or maybe you fluctuated or something. I don't know. I thought I saw you gained a couple and I guess you went back down. Sometimes it happens. All right, we're going to go sit over here around McDonald's again because that's what I did before. Let me close it out and come back. Okay. But like I said, sometimes that happens, though. Sometimes it does. Yeah, if I sit over here, I might get, a Dollar General or a Save-A-Lot or a Tractor Supply or a Pizza Hut here. So, I mean, the closer I am to Pizza Hut, maybe I might get one of those orders. So you never know. I figured the closer you are to some of these places, the better your chances of getting orders, the closer you are. So I don't want to sit around in that area because the signal over there is not as good over there as it is out this way. So all right, 6 minutes to go for Illinois. Your views on your shorts has been going up. Well, that's good. Yeah, just like I said, keep plugging away. That's what it takes. Keep go as live as often as you can, especially with your cooking shows. I know there'll be the more that you do that, then that's where the algorithm is going to send the genre. is to people who want to watch cooking. You're going to get more of those people. So, it's all an algorithm thing. And the more, if you do more cooking, that you'll get those people, and then you'll get their people, and so on and so forth. Then you'll be going up. Sometimes it takes several different things to get your channel to go up. Gig Life and More did that. Terry's doing her thing. That's how her channel went up. She did several things. Both of them tried that, and that's how their channels went up. Same thing with Living in Cyprus. She, did gig work. Then she did catering, and then she did some other stuff, and now she did health. So that's how that happens. So today's Family Fun Day, Sunday, as you call it. Yep. Deb been doing awesome. Yeah. Just keep plugging away. I mean, I really think if you keep plugging away, do those cooking shows and things, I think February, it's only the 8th, and there's still 20 days left. Yeah, I think if you keep plugging away at it, you just might get there by the end of the month. Yeah, you just might. Because like I said, the more stuff you do, especially if cooking is something you're passionate about, you're going to gain those people. Sometimes it takes doing different things. And then you get a variety of people, like those that don't know, those that like cooking. If they don't see you do gig work, they say, oh, well, she does the gig work to get the food, to make the food. Yeah. Then it ties together, and there you go. You went up 34 since January in subs. Yeah. That's what it takes. That's what it takes. You just got to be consistent. Even Dean will tell you that. You got to be consistent. The more consistent you are, that helps the algorithm out. The more consistent, the algorithm picks up on that, and then it helps you. That's why I try to be consistent. That's why I try to go live every week if I can. I know the snow kind of hurt me for that 1 week. I wasn't able to do it. I wasn't even able to go to my W-2, let alone come out here and do this. So, yeah, that kind of hurt me a little bit. And then, after you, if you're not live after a while, then, then some of your subs might go down because you're not active. The more active you are, then you're going to stay pretty consistent with your subs. And I've noticed that. Okay, well, the game's going to start here in a few minutes. For about, 10 minutes? Yeah, the game's going to start in 10 minutes, so. And I'm pretty sure there's some people that are probably, the game start, and then they're going to start ordering their pizzas. As soon as the sun goes down, then they say, oh, well, the game started, I guess, okay, we'll go ahead and order our pizzas. We'll go ahead and order our tacos. We'll go ahead and order our, all our munchy stuff from Dollar General and so on and so forth. That's why I'm parked here, just in case they do that. So. But again, I'm not going to stay here. I'm going to move around. See, with the housing market, Deb House Hunting Series should be good too. Yeah, especially with spring coming up. That's a good time for market. For houses to go up, because people will be. People move around. The late spring, early summer months. So that would be big too. Like I said, doing several different things, it's going to help you. It's going to help you. See, well, I'm not going to stay here either. So I think we'll do the NATO Nation trick, because that worked last time. It might work this time too. Then as soon as I turn it back on, I'll start moving, and maybe it'll pick up something. I want to hear from Uber tonight too, because Uber was the big game changer last night. Because remember, any dirty stack adds 30 minutes. Okay, soon as I turn this on, then I'll see what we're doing here. I figured the orders might be a little bit slower tonight because all the Dashers are out here for the Super Bowl. I mean, I figured, and I can understand. Okay, it is 6 p.m. Illinois has posted 208. So now that's what Indiana has to beat. Indiana has to tie at 208, get 209, or tie another team to stay in the game. So Illinois has posted 208 and has the lead. So, and now it's Indiana's turn. And the clock has started for them. And we have an order. Okay. So we're going to do this. I'm going to go around here and go back through there. It is a Save-A-Lot for $9. $9.
State Route 3. Then
Yep.
turn left. Drive east.
Yeah, that NATO Nation thing, that NATO Nation trick
Then turn left.
does work. So Indiana starts with a 9 spot, guys. 9 spot.
Turn
Yeah.
left.
And I'm sure Dean's like, why not 6? I said, well, they got 6. They did get 6 upside down.
Drive west.
Okay.
Then, in 200 feet, turn left onto North Main Street. Drive west.
Okay.
Then turn left.
All right. We'll park right here.
Then turn right.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna go see how much do I have to get here. Let's see, how many do I need here? 13 items, and most of them are in the dairy. Okay, shouldn't be that long. All right, I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah, it costs a little bit of time with the QR code. They can't scan the QR code. All right. Hey, there's Yvonne. Welcome, Yvonne. Nice to... Thank you for joining. Okay. All right, now where are we going with this? Okay, I've never seen that street name before. All right, let's go out this way. Okay. Never seen that street name. A different one. Well, I mean, it just gives me some idea to continue to learn this town. I still have to come here another day, you know, for Rutgers in Oregon next week. And the reason is, you know, for seating. Okay.
Drive west, then turn left onto North Main Street.
All right.
In a half mile,
You can actually watch
turn
it.
right
Okay.
onto West 11th Street.
Well, I appreciate it. Anytime you guys are watching me, whether you're lurking, don't say anything. I mean, that's okay. I appreciate you watching. You're taking the time. I do that with you guys sometimes. And the reason I do, especially now, for the fact that, you know, I can't be watching you guys now because at my W-2, you're not allowed to have phones on the floor because I'm not in the lab now because they're doing the rebuild. So we're out on the floor cleaning, painting, doing stuff like that to prepare for when the rebuild's done. So you're not allowed to have phones on the floor. So I can't watch you guys now like I used to. And that's, you know, I mean, it really upsets me that I can't because I've always been able to enjoy, even if I sat there and lurked while I was going through the issues I was going through with the, you know, with the checks. I mean, I still would have you on because you can have a phone in the lab. You just can't have it out on the floor.
Turn
That's
right
a
onto
completely
West
different
11th
thing.
Street.
And that really, you've been doing Uber today? I mean, I had one Uber yesterday, one. But it was the biggest game changer, you know. A $2 ended up turning into, just one order ended up turning into $26. And that's how Penn
Continue for a
State,
half mile.
you know, took the lead. But now Illinois has the lead. But we still got an hour and a half to see if that lead's going to stay. Because right now, you know, Indiana's got $9. And they're just basically starting. I mean, that was a long shopping order they had to do there. That might have cost them some time. But, you know, you just never know. All right, so half a mile we go down here. But again, the beauty of being here in Rushville, all this, you know, it's very much close. It's close by. All the restaurants right over here. So it's, don't use a lot of gas here. You just don't. And that's the beauty of it. That's one of the reasons why I do the playoffs here, is because you don't use a lot of gas. Even though the orders might not be as big as some other, you know, bigger towns, you'd still get them, and you don't use a lot of gas. So I mean, so I mean, it's like, you know, you're not sure. Do you really gain? Do you lose, or what do you do here? It just depends. I've made good money here the last few times I've been here, so you know, I can't really say it's awful at all. I've made good money. I made $90 yesterday.
Spencer Street.
So, yeah. You can make money here. Yeah, I haven't been down this area too much. And like I said, learn as much about Rushville as you can. We still got two more teams that have to battle.
Turn left onto North Spencer Street.
Right here. Okay, there it is. Yeah, I do now see it. All right.
In 700 feet, turn right onto Sugar Hill Drive.
Haven't heard that name. Of course, the name that I saw. Oh, I like the way that shows the curve of where the customer's house
Sugar
is.
Hill Drive.
Yeah. Okay, you're gonna have to turn because that snowplow is gonna. Yeah, I'll hit you, or I'll hit the snowplow. I'd rather You go ahead and
In
go.
400 feet, turn right onto Clark Circle. Turn right onto Clark Circle. Then 904 Clark Circle, Rushville, Indiana 46173. USA will be on the right.
Okay.
904 Clark Circle, Rushville, Indiana 46173. USA is on the right.
Nice little tight squeeze in here. Yeah. Well, I guess this is it. All right. Well, whoever comes in here, I'm sorry, you're going to have to wait. Okay. Well, it's going to be fun doing the little circle in here with all this ice on the ground. Yeah, this will definitely be fun. Okay. Only imagine what this circle was when the snow came down. Nobody would be able to get out here. And there's a Domino's down there. I think Uber does have Domino's too. I think Uber does. Okay. Yeah, I remember that street name because I delivered on there once. I go down here and go back to 11th. Okay. All right. Well, the good thing is, I mean, it's not quite as dark at 6:30 as it was. We gained 2 minutes of sunlight a day. That's a good thing. All right. Okay, just a little less than an hour and a half to go. They're sitting at 182 right now, 4 short of Ohio State. go down here, I will be passing by Pizza Hut, so maybe I'll get one. Because it was Uber that gave me the Pizza Hut yesterday. Maybe I'll get another shop. You never know. I just don't like the QR code in there, because then they got to call the manager to come and, you know, they got to scan their key, and then the cashier has to enter the code. I don't know why they can't scan the code. I remember that from last time. I guess they just don't have that updated in their system yet. All right. Now it was on this street right here. I had to pull in this driveway, right? Pull in this here, and then walk down here a few houses with, I walked in there, and that house right there, not shoveled. The sidewalk not shoveled. It took forever to get to that house, and Maryland ended up getting their second tee over that. I mean, it was their last order, so they were done anyway, and they already lost because, you know, they didn't get to Northwestern. But even so, they would have lost either way. You know, they lost to Northwestern, so that was already a loss. But they would have lost anyway because that was their second tee, and they were done. So either way, they were out. Okay, so the question is, do I sit by McDonald's or let's just go over by Dairy Queen again. Let's just sit there for a minute. If I don't get anything there, we'll go back to McDonald's. First order is a dirty stack, both from Noodle Company, 9. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, so Indiana's 4 short of Ohio State. They're 10 short of Iowa, and 13 short of Purdue. Okay, do you deliver to Ontario? No, I'm nowhere close to Canada. Oh, got an order we got. Taco Bell, $5.50. All right, so $9.50, $5.50. That'll be $15. All right. So we're going to Taco Bell. Okay. So that's 15. So that'd be $15. You put the two together. So 15. That would be $187. Okay. So I already passed Ohio State, but there's still Iowa and Purdue that they can tie. So
turn right onto North Main Street, State Route 3.
But it's just a little after 6:30, so you never know.
North Main Street, Rushville, Indiana 46173. USA will be on the right. 1709 North Main Street, Rushville, Indiana 46173. USA's on the right.
No adventure, nomad. This is this is Indiana. I'm nowhere near Ontario. Nowhere near there. You'd have to drive to Michigan and all that to get up there, and that's like 3.5 hours away from here. So no, nowhere near there. Nowhere near there. Now, Canadian Gig Life and more, I think he's close to there. Might want to check his channel out. All right, be right back. have to take this picture a little bit weird. But, oh, it's a verify order. You don't take a picture. Okay. Can't verify it anyway. Okay. Can't verify items and the bag is sealed. All right. Okay, 8th Street. All right, let's go. Only 5 hours from the border. Okay. Well, I'm 3 hours from Michigan, so 3.5 hours from Michigan. So yeah, there's no way I'd be anywhere close to there. But like I said, Canadian Gig Life. Yeah, Canadian Gig Life. That's Corey. Yeah, definitely check his channel out because he's close to there, I believe. Hold on here. Customer message. Can you get... You forgot to add it to your list. Okay. I'll get it for you. Wish you would have said something to me about that prior to now, but yeah, I'll get it. I'll go in there and get it. Yeah. Mild sauce. Okay. I'll go get it. I just wish I would have got it on that instead of so that's going to waste time, you know. So I got to run in here and get mild sauce real quick. I hope that doesn't count against my on time rate. I shouldn't be. It shouldn't be that far. All I had to do is run in there and get that. See, in the end, there was enough teas this morning to last a lifetime, Dean. That's not that big a deal. I mean, that's not a major time waster like some of the stuff I went through today. I mean, that wasn't the kind of time waster it was for when the pin was wrong, and then you had to deal with all that. But no, this shouldn't take that long at all.
Drive south on North Main Street. State Route 3 for 1 mile.
But that's on the customer. I mean, all I got to do is I can take a picture of when he called. And then, you know, I can just argue that with, you know, with the AI and say, hey, I've got a picture of it. I'll send it to you. You know, don't count that against my on-time rate because they waited until the last minute to tell me to get it. So you're trying, I know. Yeah. You can't say there wouldn't be any more teas around, you know, the rest of the night. Because, you know, I had 2 of them earlier today. Yeah. I don't think you were around when, you know, when I had that Kroger order where you know, where they changed the brand name of the you know, they changed the brand name of the rotisserie chicken I was going to buy, and yeah, the scanner wasn't going to have any of it, and said that, you know, you either get this brand or you you know, and I couldn't take a picture of the shelf thing. Now that was a definite T because that, you know, that goes against my shopping rate, so I had to call them up at the you know, support and tell them, you know, they changed the brand name. And like I said, the AI doesn't understand that. Oh, it won't count against you. I said, yeah, I'll bet it won't. Because if I, you know, open it up tomorrow and I see that it does, I will give the AI a piece of my mind. You lied to me. And then watch, it'll say, well, the AI doesn't lie. Oh, yes, it does.
Right onto West 8th Street.
Yeah, that's why I made that today the way I did it. That's why I did it the Bob Knight London Bradley way, because that's exactly how, you know, the system is, you know. London Bradley called a stupid foul is the same way that DoorDash, calls stupid fouls on the dasher. Same thing.
USA will be on the right.
Yeah. I mean, any coach would throw their chair clear across the free throw lane for stupidity like that.
212 West 8th Street, Rushville, Indiana 46173. USA is on the right.
Oh boy, right here where you're in the way. Okay. Duplex? Oh, I can park here. Okay, that's no big deal. It's a duplex, isn't it? That's what it's looking like. Yeah, all right. Okay. All right, here's your sauce. There you go. Okay, so let's see. They're at 50, but here we got $8 going to Dairy Queen. Okay, so that put them at 23. That'd be 196. That passes Purdue. Just gonna turn around down here, I guess, or I can just go to 11th. Yeah, I guess I'll just do that. Yeah, I'm on 8th. I'll just go to 11th. Turn at the light. Yeah, could get interesting, Dean. Could get interesting. I mean, like I said, Nick Anderson had his miracle shots too, but Jay Edwards, he's the king. 1989, he was the king of last-second heroics. And I said, and it wasn't. You didn't just hear that from me. Dick Vitale himself said that. Yeah, he said, said if Jay Edwards is not the MVP of 1989, you got to scoot, baby. That's what he said. I've got that on tape. Him saying that. That was from a long time ago, 1989. I mean, I'm surprised that the it doesn't come up with the question here on the YouTube. I said, where were you in 1989? Were you even born yet? Yeah. All right. That's a really good question. Where were you in 1989? Were you even born yet? I was Steve Vitale's bodyguard, when he was here in the 90s. He was in the 90s. Oh, man, I don't know. Yeah, but this was 89. This was 89. This was before the 90s. Yeah. He and Keith Jackson did 1989. Those two, that duo did most of the basketball games on the ABC network. It was almost like those two were assigned to the Indiana games for a reason, because they knew it was going to be exciting, or at least the network knew it was going to be exciting, and they wanted the ratings. Can't blame them for that. I mean, if Jay Edwards is going to give you ratings, why not, have his game every week? Yeah, Jay, if you ever see this, we're talking about you. Like I said, you and Nick were the two biggest stars of 1989. So if you get a chance to watch this, yeah, you're getting a whole lot of credit tonight. You certainly deserve it. You were one of the best. All right, we go in here in Dairy Queen and pick it up. Be right back. Okay, this is easy. I can't actually verify the order because they showed me everything that was there. That one lady in there is good at doing that. Okay. There, yeah, she showed me that, she showed me that, she showed me that, showed me that, and showed me and told me what was in the bag. So, all right. All right. Okay. This might be a short trip here. There we go. All right. Now Indiana has passed Purdue by 1, so But they still got a little ways to go, but we're not even at 7 o'clock yet, so. All right.
Drive east, then turn left onto North Main Street.
Ooh, left, okay. Well, that's interesting. It's rare when I turn left here. All right, very rare.
Continue for 1 mile.
It's very rare when I turn left here. I think there was only one other time in Rushville that I went down this road. Only one other time, and I think it was to deliver to a business. Because when you go down this road, you know, you pass Carthage and you end up going towards Knightstown.
In a half mile, turn right onto East 200 North.
Yeah, you're riding on your own dash. You can't do that. It's not how it works.
Turn right onto East 200 North.
Yeah, that building right there, on down, I delivered there once. That was the only time I delivered anywhere down this street, was to that building down there.
Continue for 1 mile.
Yeah. Oh, I get extra dashes. Yeah. Yeah, but I bet you don't record them. Yeah. And Dean will be like, I said, well, you add your dashes. Well, guess what? Illinois is in the lead. I can add to my dashes too. Yeah, two can play that game, right, Dean? Forgive me, Carmen. CX off by 3. Yeah, they can, yeah. Now remember, they got to play the full 60 minutes. Yeah, I have not been down this road at all. It's good to do something different. Yeah, it's good to see some different things. Yeah. Be like Willie Nelson, going places that you've never been and seeing things that you may never see again. Yep. That's my favorite line of that song. Rough road, huh? There's another car coming up here, it could be. Yep, there is. Okay, am I going to be able to get over here? Let him through? Yeah, I think I'll do that. And this is what I hate about this. It's, come on, Heat Miser, get here and melt this stuff. We can't wait another day.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto North Fort Wayne Road.
Okay, but Dean got a little extra dish already.
Turn left onto North Fort Wayne Road.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, if it comes down, even if it comes down to the last dash, you guys, Illinois plays Purdue, we have to have a meetup. Fran called that. I didn't. Fran called it. Fran's the one who said it. Yeah. Yeah, this is interesting back here. I've never been back here. Okay. US 31 to Franklin. Oh, okay. I was in Franklin earlier today. That's when I had those issues on those shopping orders. Well, the one was in Meyer, and then the other one was in Kroger. customer's house is right over here. Okay.
Turn right. Then 2628 and 150E, Rushville, Indiana 46173, USA will be on the right.
Okay. Alright, so I guess it's this person here.
2628 and 150E, Rushville, Indiana 46173, USA is on the right.
Yeah, that's interesting. Let's see, what door do they want me to go to? Like, well, I guess there's a front door over there, I guess. I don't want to go up because I don't want to get stuck up there. Okay. All right. All right. I'm glad they gave me 2 regulars. Oh, Dean, it's getting interesting here. They only needed 12 to tie, and now we're going to Dollar General. It's just past 7.
Drive northwest, then turn left onto North Fort Wayne Road.
Hey, dog sled, big money. Yeah, hey, welcome Spiritual Awakening. Yep.
Continue for a half mile.
Oh, man. Another Dollar General order. I said, like I said, all they needed was $35, and, they'll be at 32 after this one. Yeah. There'll still be time on the clock. Indiana might take the lead. That was a little rough getting up there, but at least, there was a young kid that came out and said, hey, walk over there, you won't get in too much snow. I said, okay. and he came out to pick it up, and his mom was at the door watching. So, yeah, that was nice. And they both said, thank you really well. It was nice. He was very polite, and that was good.
Turn right onto East 200 North.
Testy picked a busy day of the year. It's how it worked out. It's how it worked out. Sorry, it's how it worked out. Yeah. There could have been a snow that prevented it, but nope. It's how it worked out. But you got to remember, Indy, there's still 2 teams left that can still tie you. And it'll be a Wednesday night. You still got Rutgers and Oregon to go. Yeah. Now, the loser of that one will be the number 8 seed automatically. So, because whoever wins tonight, so there's not going to be any tie unless there's a three bagger. Yeah. And has there been 3 baggers here? Oh yeah. Well, at least the snow's not so bad up here, where it was back there.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto North Main Street.
I'm surprised that I got that that Dollar General all the way out here. I'm surprised at that. Yeah, it was this building right down here. This building right down here. The last time I was on the last time I drove down this road to make a delivery in Rushville was that business right there.
Continue for 1 mile.
He picked a busy time of the year. It just happened to be the Super Bowl. I mean, that's just how it worked out. I mean, this wouldn't have even happened had it not been for that Subway, that last Subway order where that customer gave me an extra $2. We thought they were going to tie Wisconsin, but because that guy gave me an extra $2 on that Subway order, that's how they tied Indiana. And it made it look like 1989 all over again. And if somehow Indiana takes the lead, they're the defending champions, the defending rushing champions. So there's a possibility they could defend their title.
Turn left. In 500 feet, you will arrive at 1544 North Main Street, Rushville, Indiana 46173, USA.
Okay, I think it's, if I look correctly, I think it was like 7 items or something. I think it was 7 items. I think.
You have arrived at 1544 North Main Street, Rushville, Indiana
All right, call
46173,
in.
USA.
Yes, I did. I can't order to Rushville for tea. They don't even have one yet. Sorry. All right. Yeah, there was only 4 things. Yeah, I thought it was 7, but it's only 4. All right, I'll be right back. Yep, Indiana has taken the lead. Got a $6 add-on. Oh man. Yep. Hey Christina, welcome in. Yeah, all right. Thank you, Christina. Thank you. Yeah. 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 Yep. All right. Okay, let's see. We'll go ahead and drop these off, and then we got to make the official call. But we're going to let former Illinois announcer Jim Turpin make the call. So, all right, proceed to delivery. All right, now where are we going to? Oh, I'm already here, so okay. All right, back to 12th Street again. Okay. Yeah, I think, wasn't I on 12th Street before? Yeah, I think I was. Yeah. I think I was. Yep. You know, I'm Dasher broke, Dasher too, but it's a gesture anyway. I said, you get back in there, Christina. Yeah, you got a bunch of us in here that, can help you get going, We can be your cheerleaders. All right, where are we going here?
Drive west, then turn left onto North Main Street.
All right.
In a half mile, turn left onto East 12th Street.
Hey, Roy, welcome in. Yeah, welcome in. You're just coming in to Indiana, taking the lead, knocking Illinois out of the race. Yeah, Illinois had the lead, but Indiana got a $15 Dollar General, $9, $6 respectively, and that got Illinois out of the race.
Turn left onto East 12th Street. Then, in 300 feet, 124 East 12th Street,
Yeah.
Rushville, Indiana 46173. USA will be on the left.
Oh, 12th Street. Yeah, okay, it's up here. All right, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, they told me the turn was right there. It's right here. Okay. All right.
124 East 12th Street, Rushville, Indiana 46173. USA is on the left.
Probably better park up further down because the house is right here. You got lions right in the front of it. Yeah. Okay. All right, I'll be right back, guys. All right, customer B first. One on the ground. All right. 8th Street again. Okay. All right, how do we get there from here? Am I on this side of town?
Drive west on East 12th Street. Then, in 300 feet, turn left onto North Main Street. Drive east on East 12th Street. Then turn right onto North Perkins Street.
Yeah, I wonder if I could get there through Perkins. Do I have to take that street, or can I get down here through Perkins? I guess it's on the other side. So I guess that's a no.
Turn right onto East 11th Street.
I guess that's a no.
Then,
Okay.
in 300 feet, turn left.
Okay, must be on the other side. Okay.
Turn left onto North Main Street, State Route 3.
All right.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto West 8th Street.
10 goats. Man, what a productive day. Got PBT Hustler to 500, so we are still going to have the drawing. So we still have to go to 8 o'clock. So
In 800 feet, turn left onto North Harrison Street.
okay. Yeah, when you get down in this area, it can get the signal might not be so good.
Turn left onto North Harrison Street. Then turn right.
All right.
Turn right onto West 8th Street. Continue for a half mile.
Well, it's way down here. It doesn't matter though. You know, after I drop this off, it's it's a done deal. Yeah. Okay, and I can take this order back to the high school and go out that way. So yeah, I can do that. I just got to make sure. You guys going? Or, oh no, okay, you're loading your car. Okay, all right. Yep, those add-ons, guys. That's what does it.
Mile, 824
That's
West
what
8th
happened to
Street.
Oregon the
Rushville,
other night.
46173.
You know, the add-on.
USA will be on the right.
That's how they tied Rutgers. Then again, too, it's also the extra tips, but not one single peep out of Uber tonight. Yeah, it was all DoorDash. I thought sure there'd have been at least one Uber tonight, but nope, not one. I guess I just got lucky to get the one I got last night. Oh, this was up here pretty far. That's all right, though. All right.
West 8th Street, Rushville, Indiana 46173. USA is on the right.
All right, must be this house right here. Yeah. Up there. Okay. Be right back. 4 lead changes in the last 2 dashes. Yep. Yeah, Dean, I never did an add. I just said the DoorDash order. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yep. Indiana now has 2-11. Yeah. So we gotta let Jim Turpin make this call. Okay. Let's see here. Find that down here. It's got to be. Let's see. What is that? Yeah, it's a rabbit. What's a rabbit doing out here? That's the second time I've seen a rabbit over here. Okay. Okay. All right, hold on here. Okay, let's get it on here, guys. Yep. All right. Gotta get these. Just gotta wait here. Because only 3 points out of bounds. Okay.
Falling out of bounds. He lets it go. It goes
Hold on. I gotta. Hang on a minute.
He's falling.
Okay, hang on a minute. Okay.
By Anderson, drives to the corner, drives all the way in. Fadeaway jumper is good at the gun. There's no way that ball could go in. He was completely beyond the baseline. He shot it over the backboard. It went in. It was the most unbelievable shot in that situation I've ever seen. There's never been anything like it. Jay Edwards.
Yep. Jay Edwards, the king of the, almost like the closer of NCAA basketball, the king of the last second heroics. And tonight was no exception. Yep. Yep. I just had to play that, and I had to let the Illinois announcer be the one to say it, because this time the Illinois announcer was the one that got beat, not the other way around. Yeah. It just goes to show just what a great player Jay Edwards was. And that he never really got the full respect he really deserved. Yes, he wasn't perfect, because he had some flaws. But to be considered the king of the last second shot to win games, there was none other in 1989 than him that could do it. Well, I can't do that. I can't play the full game. I'd get a copyright, Christina, if I did that. I can only play little snippets of it. Yeah. They're okay with that, but not with the full game. I wish I could do that. Yeah. Yeah. All you got to look up, all you got to do is look up 1989 Illinois versus Indiana. You'll see a picture of Nick Anderson with his hands in the air running. You know, that's, you know, look at that one. Yeah, that's the game you got to see, because that was the game of the, that was the turnaround game of 1989. That's all you got to do. You got to look at like Nick Anderson wearing orange there, number 25. He's got his hands in the air that he made the shot. You need to look at that one. Illinois versus Indiana, 1989. I believe that was March the 5th, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, March the 5th, 1985 was that game. Look that up. Yeah, you look that up and you can watch the whole game. Keith Jackson and Dick Vitale call that game. I could watch that game over and over and over and over because it was so good. Yeah. But it just goes to show that this was no different, that both those players, Nick and Jay, they both deserved, equal respect because of, how great of players they were for their respective teams. They both deserved the kind of spotlight I gave them tonight. Because they were the main two that made the 1989 season what it is, even though Michigan won the national championship that year. I don't think Michigan would have won the national championship that year had it not been for Nick's shot at the end. I don't think it would have happened, because Illinois would not have been the number 1 seed. Indiana would have been. And it would have been a completely different picture. Yeah. He has a basketball, well, he would love it if I made a reference to a famous game. Well, you tell him about that game. Tell him to watch that game. You can watch it over and over and over again. Any game with Jay Edwards in it. Tell him to watch that game. He will see for himself how Jay was the king of the last second shot. He did it that same year against Purdue. He won the buzzer beater against Michigan that year. And yeah, 3 straight games was buzzer beater shots. But but the team knew they could count on him to do it because he was a clutch player. So was Nick, though. Nick was also a clutch player. That's why Coach Lou Henson, drew that up. He knew that if anybody could win the game, even, when the chips were down and the odds were against him, he knew there was one person on that team who could defy the odds, and it was Nick. I mean, tonight, like I said, this is no different. I mean, it's almost like I said, it was 1989 all over again, the rematch of the century. And this was no different. It was close, just like the original games were. It would come down to a last second order, and that's exactly what happened. And it goes to show, but like I said, Dick Vitale, he said Big Ten basketball, super, super, super Keith. And it's the way with this Big Ten dashing, super, super, super Keith. Same way. Yeah. Penn State dominated last night, but now they're in 3rd place. Well, actually, no, they're in 2nd place because Illinois is done. Yeah. Indiana's 1st with 211. Penn State is 2nd with 206. And Purdue is now the 3rd seed with 195. But Indy, that can change. We still got Rutgers and Oregon to go. One of those 2 teams can tie. So I would say right now, hey, Rutgers, Oregon, hey, tie us. We can get the number 1 seed again, because you can. Yeah. Because the loser of that match is the automatic number 8 seed. Because the Elite 8 is already set. 10 minutes to go, and yeah, 35 was what 30. See, just to clarify it, guys, Illinois had 35, and I showed you, and you see that 73 right there. What did Indiana get? 38. There's your proof right there. Indiana's in the lead. There's your proof, Indy. There's your proof. Took everyone more dashes to beat Purdue, but yeah, but look how high you were. Same with Iowa. Iowa will feel the same way. Yeah. Yeah. Iowa was the number 2 seed. Now they're the number 4. But we still have Rutgers and Oregon yet. We still have those two. Wednesday night. Unpredictable. We don't know what's going to happen Wednesday night. One of them could tie you. If that happens, then we got to come back here on Thursday night. So anything can happen. And like I said, it doesn't matter what seed you are, Indy. Not in the Big Ten. It does not matter what seed you are. Even in the Big Ten tournament, in the regular basketball. That's what this conference is. It does not matter what seed you are. You could be the number 1 seed and get beat by a 16, which is what happened to Purdue 3 years ago with Zach Edey. It does not matter. It's by the luck of the draw, the luck of who orders, at what time, and how much. That's the beauty of this. Just like the beauty of the basketball. You can be on a really terrible team's home court and still get beat. It's the luck of the draw. Like USC, for example. Michigan went from 4 to 6. This was Monday. It's Monday night. Michigan got all the orders. They ended up getting $38. But then USC got 16 of that because they carried over. But USC never got a single order after that. Not one after 6 o'clock. Not one order. And after an hour and a half, they conceded and let Michigan take it. You just don't know. You have no idea. And when we do the Elite 8 in Greensburg is unpredictable. You don't know what's going to happen there. It's almost the same as here, for the fact is that the orders are closer there than they are in Franklin. They're closer there than they are in Columbus. They're closer there than they are in Greenfield. And are also closer there than they are in Shelbyville. That's why I chose the Elite 8 there. But then you get to the Final Four, it's going to be in Greenfield, because Greenfield, you can go anywhere. Greenfield, you could end up in Fountaintown, you could end up in New Palestine, you could end up in Fortville, you could end up in Pendleton, you can end up in Fishers. All orders accepted. Who knows where you're going to end up? This is really going to be an interesting Elite 8. I really believe that. I really do. It does not matter what seed you are. Okay, well, let's see. Looks like Indiana's going to call it. So they are, because they already won. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's draw for our. We're here at Dairy Queen. Let's go ahead and draw. Okay, let's draw our BPD Hustler winner here. Okay. All right. Let me get into my bag here, and we'll go ahead and do that. We're going to draw for BPD HUSTLER 500 winner. Okay. Go ahead and do that. Hang on. Okay. Probably going to need both lights, yeah. Okay. Yeah, all right. Get all my blue tags here. Okay. I'm going to get all my blue tags. Okay, here we go. We'll go ahead and do this drawing, and who the winner of the $25 is here. Okay. Okay. Let's see, I got others right here, I think. Yep. Okay. Make sure you don't have any in here. Okay, doesn't look like it. All right. Go ahead and get this ready. Okay. All right. We're getting ready to draw. Hey, Luke, welcome in. Came in just in time. Indiana won by 3. So, they won by 3 by the 3. So, yeah, that's what Jay Edwards' number was 3. Okay. So, guys, we're going to get ready here to go ahead and do this drawing for the $25 winner for BPD HUSTLER getting 500 live, on my channel today. So, here we go. Everybody is in it. Everyone who won before, they're all in it. All right. I'm going to get it a really good, there's a lot of names in here, so I'm just going to give it a nice little shuffle here. Let you guys look and know that I'm not fooling around. Get it a nice big shuffle right here. All right. I have a name. And let's see who that name is. It's not going to believe it. It's not going to believe it. Need I say more? I won't even mention it. Yeah, I won't even mention it. Out of all those names, she was the one picked. Let's see, at 329. Yeah, 329. Yep. At 329. Okay. See, you like a blizzard? Yeah, well, I'd love to go in there and get a blizzard, but yeah. All right, well, let's go ahead and play. Go ahead and play the victory song here, and here we go. Congratulations, to Frank. Congratulations to BPD HUSTLER getting 500. Yeah. And a great game, Dean. Yeah, came down to the last second shot like it always does. Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, if it was that way now here on the live here, I can only imagine what's going to happen Wednesday night. because the incredible thing that happened there was Rutgers and Oregon tying. And it's the same thing that Oregon did, that Indiana did tonight, Oregon did just to tie them. And it was Vern Lundquist who made that call. So, guys, until Wednesday night, when we see you again, when, weather permitting, but I think it's going to be pretty good because Heat Miser is supposed to be in town. So, until Wednesday night, when we see another crazy dash to see who is going to be the number 8 seed, we will see you in the future. And remember, we're all in this together.